Hello everybody, welcome back. It is me, your old pal Orpheus, with another adventure here on Orpheus Plays. We are playing Blade and Sorcery on the Nomad version. It's the Quest 2 port, that's right, and it's bloody gorgeous. Anyway, I hope you're doing well wherever you are today, whether it's day or night. And today I wanted to talk about something that maybe is the same for you. Do you use your stove in your oven? Do you? Do you really? Anyway, we'll get to that in just a second. We are here in survival mode. 3 weapons come out. I choose one, and I make some people very unhappy with them and leave them as a pile of body parts. We have the Orleans Battle Axe. We have the Bearded Great Axe. And we have the Swiss Vouge. Oh, good morning. How are you? We'll take this. This is our big, axe on a stick. And we'll take care of things. It is a great day for murder here on Blade and Sorcery. Let's get our first traditional slow motion kill of the day out of the way, and then we'll get to the silliness. Here we go. Let's take her out. Where'd she go? Oh, she's over there in a heap, crumpled and sad. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's talk about our topic today, which is very simple. I have realized that we don't use our stove in our oven. Now, is that something that you do, right? Okay, so let's leave a comment in the comment below. Even if you haven't watched the video yet, start typing. Do you use a stove or an oven, all right, in your house? If you have one, obviously. It's not like, oh, my place doesn't have a stove or an oven. No, if you have a stove in your house, right, do you even use it? And if you don't, why? Right away, let me give you a second. No, you know what? Let's use some music here. Okay, that should be enough time for you to fill out your comment below. Pretty simple, a yes or a no and a why in as few words as possible. So, I realized this a few years ago. We had this need, so we have a smaller apartment. We've been here a while, over a decade. And so when you have a place for a while, you kind of tend to do that nesting thing, right? You start building up stuff in your apartment or your house because you like it to be your environment. Now, it's even worse for me with my autism and a few other things. I have PTSD and hypervigilance and all that stuff. So not only is our house like our little refuge, it's like my shelter from the world. It's the place where I feel comfortable. What is this, axe day today? Hey, bro, I heard you like axes. Hi. There we go. But, it's my little safe space. And so it's even more like, you might call it cluttered, okay? I like to say it looks like someone set up a comic book convention or a convention in general for the geek things and just kind of left everything here when everyone left. That's kind of how it is. I've just got stuff everywhere. My wife and I love to collect things, and so we have a lot of things in our house. And so you get to this point where it's like you need extra room in your house, right? And so I'm looking around over the years, and I was like, we need some extra room here. And so the phenomenon of the Instant Pot is like a total cult thing. All right, this sword sucks. Come here. Let's see if I can. Wow, this is the dullest sword in existence. What do I got here? The dubstep lightsaber. But we needed more room, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, where, because there's only so many shelves that I can put up, right? You start looking, and there's no walls anymore. It's just all shelves. I don't want to do that, right? So instead, I'm looking at it is our drama queen of the day. Ding, 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 ding. Guy refuses to get off screen, and now you are dead. Anyway, so I'm looking in the kitchen, and I'm like, well, we kind of started using things like an Instapot and an air fryer a little while ago. I'm like, we've not really been using our stove or our oven very much at all. It's like, we use the oven kind of like on holidays, right? So it's like I need to cook a turkey and a ham and a green bean casserole or something, and so I'm like, well, I need all the receptacles I have for cooking. So there's 3 pots boiling on the stove, and something in the oven, something in the air fryer, something in the Instant Pot. Well, that used to be how it is. Well, these days we don't have anyone over for holidays, and so it's just my wife and I, and Mrs. Orpheus and I just sit down for a really easy meal on a holiday. Ow! You bastard! My turn. Anyway, so started noticing we didn't really need all that stuff, to go in an oven anymore. So I'm like, honey, do you mind if I just cover this over and we never use it again? Right? Ooh, nice. And she's like, yeah, what do you have in mind? Well, I got one of those. It's a big square, like plastic butcher's block, or, like a cutting board. They have them in like restaurants and stuff on the countertops. And so got one of those, popped it right on top of the oven there, and I just, on the stovetop, and now we have this like extra 3.5 cubic feet of space that we can put stuff on, which is perfect because it's like we put our Keurig up there and the little coffee pods. I've got my little dab station there, not the one that goes like this. You know what I'm talking about. But like it's this perfect place to have, just extra stuff that we need. Well, okay, so how do you get around it? Well, I actually went and turned the breaker off on the whole thing. Like it's not even plugged in essentially. So it is like a safe place for things. Oh, and in the oven itself, I do 3D printing. I have a 3D print lab. Now, that is not to say that I have some special place, like a special room in my house that's like, bubbling vials and stuff. No. I have two 3D printers, one small, one big. They're both in the kitchen on a counter, and, that's it. So I use the oven for all my excess filament. I have just boxes of filament stuffed in the oven, right? I mean, again, why not? So what do you do, Orpheus? Well, instead, we have an Instant Pot, and we have a convection oven. It's also a toaster oven, but it's like one of the large ones you can cook like pizza in. And then we have an air fryer. It's an air fryer oven. It's not one of those basket ones. It's one of the ones that actually has, drawers and, racks in it and stuff. And so that works absolutely perfectly for what we're doing. So everything that I cook is either cooked in the Instant Pot, the air fryer, or the convection oven. Now we have a hot plate that I bring out in case I need to boil something in a pot or something like that, or cook something on a skillet. I can do that as well, no big deal. But like I just I've lost the need for using the oven and the stove, and I'm the one that cooks in the house. Orpheus is gourmet Orpheus, Gourmorpheus. I don't know. But like, that's a thing for me. I'm the cook. And so I've found it completely simple to make delicious meals just by using those those 3 things plus a hot plate. And it's pretty incredible that we're at that point. Now, some of the reasons I can imagine why you may not use your stove or your oven is simple. You eat takeout, right? When I lived in California, when I lived on Venice Beach, there was no way in heck that I was going to be able to cook anything. Like, we had a little, simple dorm fridge, okay, and that was it. So there wasn't any cooking. Plus, takeout food was like how you ate. And so, I get it if that's your thing. If you get takeout all the time, not necessarily the healthiest choice, but you're young, you got a good metabolism, right? Right? I hope so. That stuff will catch up with you, though. Trust me. These are as much of a workout as they are making entertaining videos for me because I'm old and I need to keep the fat off. I got a little bit of dad bod going on, but it's still, I am strong like Russian bear. Very good. So that's my little thing. We don't use our stove or our oven. Do you? And if not, why? If you do, congratulations. Tell me about that too. What kind of meals do you make? And what kind of meals do you imagine that your old pal Orpheus here makes? Leave a comment below. Like, subscribe, do all that YouTube stuff. They like to do that so other people can see my video and have fun with it too. Anyway, be good, do good, treat yourself well because you deserve it. And we'll see you in the next one here on Orpheus Plays. Bye!